Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or
Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
Yeah. Ride along live. Welcome to the ride. Welcome to Tuesday on the ride. Yo. Nice, guys. It is Tuesday, so you guys know what's pissing you off, right? It's a time when we give you guys an opportunity to tell us what's on your mind, what's bothering you. You know, what's stuck in your craw, what you don't feel good about. I'll give you a chance to just, let it all out, okay? Exactly, precisely. And let me tell you guys something. Every Tuesday, I look back in the chat and I kind of examine what's pissing a lot of people off. And let me make sure my audio is good. Check. All right, that's better. Yeah, sorry, you guys wasn't hearing me better. Let me know if you hear me much clearer now, because it should be. Earlier, you wasn't hearing me properly at all. You should be hearing me straight through my microphone now. Right. So as I was saying, on Tuesday, we give you opportunity to tell us what's on your mind, what's pissing you off, what you don't like. And, politicians near and far watch this program, because they get an opportunity to fix some of the problems. So if it's pissing you off and you voice it here, you put it on the chat, them politicians, and then they read through and they see, and because they don't want us to get on the topic, right? So they fix it quickly. So we're making a lot of progress with what's pissing you off, right? Exactly. Hey, how you doing, Rhonda Spencer in what's that? Guyana? Big up yourself, Guyana, watching. Guyana in the building. Thank you so much. Patricia said, winter is pissing off. You know what I realized? You know what I recognize? That every week it's like about the same things that's pissing people off. It's like always the same thing. Like last week I was talking about, the slowness, like how things don't move fast. You know what I mean? Today, what's pissing me off is some people who consider themselves friends, right? Some people who consider themselves close friends or best friends or brethren, homeboy, homegirls, people that claim that they want to see you elevate, that they want to see you move up, right? They want to support your business. They want to support your endeavor. But it's the same set of people who oftentimes, as soon as you start a little business, you start doing a little something to better yourself, better your situation. Those are the same set of people who always come in and asking for a discount. Asking for a blight. Asking for, Let me get a credit until next 2 months and them kind of thing and them dinner. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, listen, if you are my friend and you want to see me grow, you want to see my business grow and flourish, you want to see the thing work, you ain't gonna come and ask me for a discount. I mean, you would come with a few friends, and not only would you pay the full price, you will pay extra because you know why? Because you want to see the thing succeed. Right or wrong? Tell me, guys. So, what's pissing me off today is people who claim that they want to see you grow, but really and truly, do they really want to see you grow? You know what I mean? If you want to see me grow, if you want to see success in my business, you would help out. You would come, you would support, and not come and ask for a discount. You can't you want 25. Yo, you can't give me a 190, 50, and they breaking down, They want family and friend discount. Now, family and friend discount should be you come and support and you pay more because you're a family, you're a friend, you want to see me grow. You should be the closest person. You should have you should be right there with me. Right? Exactly. Exactly. No discount for family and friends. And I ain't saying anything in any kind of bad way. And I love my family, I love my friends. But listen, guys, come on. Come on now. No free talk, right? And nothing to do with talk. It has nothing to do with talk. I'm just saying in general. All right? They want credit. Eh? Credit. They want a free one. I'd say the free one sold out. Done. Finish. Nothing wrong with a discount? Nah. No. I say no. All right. That's what pisses me off. What's pissing you off? Akeem said what's pissing him off is that we had about 2 years ago, we used to have this brunch, right? Ridealong support group brunch. And he had the potato pudding in the brunch. And 2 years going now, Akeem, sorry, never had his. Who never had? Was it Akeem? I believe. He never had his potato pudding in 2 years, so he pissed off. I understand. A few people are pissed off. Of course, the political conversation that's happening, right? So I don't know if you guys saw what's happening on social media. That the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Dennis Cornwall, he made a presentation the other day, and he spoke about the loan authorization of $700+ million that is put in place in case the government need to borrow this money to finance the budget. Now, a lot of people, a lot of people, let's not just say especially, but one individual in particular, the former Prime Minister of Grenada, is saying that former Prime Minister Dr. Mitchell believed that seeking to borrow $725 million to fund the development project in 2025 will, with an increase, would raise or jump the GDP overnight. So I wanted clarification, so I got a chance to speak with the Minister of Finance on that, and he cleared it up, and he's clearing it up. But that we go play in a little bit. That is important to note. But also, we're talking about the planning and development PDA, and you guys saw it on social media. They had a demolition of a particular structure on Grand Anse Beach. A lot of people have mixed emotions and feelings about that. To help us understand the dynamics of what's happening here and kind of put this thing into perspective. You know him very well. The man himself, Ian Django Thomas, and he's out in the field today, but he decided to join us anyway. Django, Wago. All right, you there? You hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Perfect. So how are you doing, my friend?
Man, I'm good. I can be better. We did chilling, we doing the work, we have work to do, we have people to represent, we have things to do. So I'm doing that, and in the meantime, once you get a call to be on the ride, you don't turn it down. Although your parents tell you be careful who you ride with. But you're a ride with you.
I am a safe driver. I am safe all
You're
the
a
time.
good driver. You're a good driver, man.
I'm a good driver, all right? I'm a good driver. I'm the kind of driver that would take you there and bring you back. I ain't gonna leave you out there. All right.
That's right.
So, Django, what's pissing you off today, boy?
Well, looking at the comments of on social media from some of the individuals that is in support of the gentleman erecting his mega structure without the relevant authority. I saw some folks saying that they should have leave it and this and that, and small man feeling it, and a number of different emotions. But that kind of touched me, because it seems that there are quite a lot of people that is embracing lawlessness, and they want us to continue on the trajectory that we were on for many, many years. So that kind of pissed me off.
Right. So, this story actually went viral yesterday. Everyone talking about it. I have a clip of it. Let's play the clip of it to just bring it into context. This is a clip of the story that we're talking about. This clip comes courtesy MTV. Let's play back.
The Planning and Development Authority continues its demolition drive, moving into Grand Anse St. George. Members of the Planning and Development Authority will be removing illegal structures on Grand Anse Beach on Tuesday morning in the Montrouge area, an initiative that aims to create a safer and healthier environment. Business owner and local vendor Keith Frank, who has been vending on Grand Anse Beach for over 20 years, fears that losing his establishment will be a significant setback for him and his family. He revealed that the nearby concrete structure is an unfinished bathroom that is still under construction.
The former government gave me the opportunity, and they told me what they want me to do is to create a business, employ somebody, and provide a service for the public. And that is what I really was doing. Now, at this moment, all the years I've been here, we never have a proper bathroom and toilet. We never had no facilities from the government for the tourists, the amount of people that come here. You understand what I'm saying? So I decided to take it on my own initiative to provide that kind of service for the public. So in order to do that, I started to beautify the place by building a proper structure. It's no stupidness, it's just a proper structure. A lot of money spent, and I intend to spend much more money to beautify the place and enhance the place so that everybody would come and have a good time.
Frank revealed that thousands of dollars have already been invested in the facility, which is expected to benefit both locals and visitors.
So when the tourists come, they could change their clothes properly, they could use a washroom properly. I'm not going to and look the sewer and thing is right there. But that will affect me because I spend over $80,000 already, in the building alone. You understand what I'm saying? And I mean, money goes fast, and it's not easy to come back, So, it seems that I reached so far, and then they had to demolish it. That must affect me. It must, financially and physically,
While he acknowledges the government's authority to remove illegal structures, he is pleading for leniency.
That is their desire. I can't stop them. You understand what I'm saying? That is their desire. I can't stop them. So if they want to do it, go right ahead. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with it also. I'm not going to put my life on the line because of that. No. Let it go ahead, man. If that's what they desire, that's what they desire. For all the years I've been here, I've been knocking them. We've been talking to them about bathroom and toilet, planning one and put it down, one and put it down. Nobody did. I take on my own initiative to do it on behalf of the government. I wanted to do a nice structure.
On Tuesday morning at 8 a.m., members from the Physical Planning Authority and police officers will start its demolition process. For MTV News, Terrell Hood.
All right, and again, credit to Terrell Hood and the MTV team for that story right there. So let me try to understand what's happening here. The gentleman is saying, Django, that the former government gave him authorization to put this structure down, and the structure that he was putting in place, it looks like an upstairs and downstairs bathroom and toilet, something like that. What I've seen there. Did he have approval, or was it a word of mouth, or somebody give him like, yeah, you could put that there? Like, what do you understand from this? Because I'm trying to get it in my head as well.
First thing first, permission from the former government is not approval from the physical planning authority or the physical development authority. That is problem number one. And if you get a permission from the former government, you should be smart enough to know that you should get it in writing. So when the authority comes in or anybody comes in, you have something that you could show to them. And not only that, when you get the permission, you're supposed to design the structure with all the internals, the steel work and the planning for it, the actual drawings, and submit it to the physical planning so they could approve it. You can't just do on your own, especially with concrete structures, because what could happen, the structure could be poorly designed and it could become a hazard on the beach for the same tourists that you're trying to build it for. So you must get the relevant authority, which is the permission from the former government. And then you have to get the approval for the drawings, all the dynamics, the closeness of the steel, the type of steel used, the PSI of the concrete, the entire structure, the depth of your foundation, the width of your foundation. So the gentleman made a number of different missteps and resulting in a loss of money, a total loss of money, and a loss of time. And that could have been avoided. You see, the truth is, the initiative is not a bad initiative, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
If he did it the right way, well, not even if he did it the right way, if he didn't get the permission from the government of Grenada, the former administration, and he got approval from physical planning, he might have still stood a better chance, whereby the government of the day may have considered acquiring it because he has met all the specifications settled by the physical planning authority, and they may have adapted that to use it for a bathroom because another bathroom facility is needed on the beach. Because the one that is a little bit lower down to Mont Rouge is a little distance away from people that is closer to the umbrella side. Right. So it's not a bad idea, but you went the wrong way doing it in more than one area.
Right. So let me try to understand this again. He went forward to put up a concrete structure without any documentation of ownership or approval.
Crazy. Because you see the investment, concrete and cheap, steel and cheap, blocks and cheap, sand and cheap, cement and cheap. So you take on your own and you invest. It's like you take your money and just throw it in the sea, and that's exactly what happened this morning. All of the 80,000 I was talking about is probably going to be under somebody's building by the end of the day today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to be more responsible as an investor, as an entrepreneur. You have to be very responsible. You see what happened to Junior? The physical planning authority was so lackadaisical for so many years. So many wrong things took place in the country and nobody beat it. And I remember a couple of years ago, I contacted the physical plan about 7 or 8 years ago. I contacted the gentleman in physical planning. I won't say his name. Somebody was constructing a concrete structure with 4-inch blocks as the external walls, and that is against our building codes. So the gentleman said, Mr. Understanding about, you know what, we're not no transport to go nowhere. Physical planning only recently got the authority, the real authority, to go around the country and rectify some of the problems that we inherited. And there's a lot more problems that we have inherited that they would have to do, and I know he's going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. But we need to have law and orders to make sure that the country grows. Because, for example, Junior, when you look at some of the constructions that we embark on, almost everybody in Grenada building the house right on the road. I can't even understand the logic. If your house is not on the road, the wall is on the road. So you takes away now from the government's ability to expand the road in a lot of different areas. And then you would continue to have the traffic congestion. And then you can't break down this wall because this person, the grandparents built it for them, and it's a whole set of different things. But if it was done the right way, and there are documentation to show that you step at least 15 feet away from the edge of the road into your property, if it was followed and enforced from day one, all the problems we have now with widening of the roads would have never been an issue.
Right, right, right. Let's talk about and let me play devil's advocate here. Did physical planning, from your knowledge of what transpired here, give the gentleman sufficient time to remedy the situation?
Yes, I saw a notice on the property that was posted a while now indicating that all construction outside should cease. Yeah, and you listen to the clip, the gentleman say he would continue to spend more money on the same site where the sign is posted. So it seems to be a blatant disregard for the authority of the authority.
Hmm. Right. So adequate time was given to remedy the situation, which the gentleman didn't heed because, of course, they had to take demolition action. Came
Yeah.
there with bulldozers and, I mean, just that site, took the whole structure down. Um, is there could there could I'm trying to look at it from a way like, okay, if they should do they know should they not try to work with him to do it the right way or process the right way? And is that physical planning responsibility to help him?
No, it's not their responsibility. You see, let me tell you one of the problems with May Feast. Well, the gentleman May Feast. There is a policy that disallows anyone from acquiring beachfront property in the Grand Anse area up front. So there is no possible way for him to become the owner of the land where he is. Second to that, once you're leasing or renting property, it is advised that you do not invest in concrete. Yes? So when you have to remove yourself or the lease is up, you could move with your investment. So if you
Right.
notice, all the other buildings, umbrellas is built out of board. The other bars are small board bars. They could move when time reaches for that. So the gentleman have to probably re-strategize, go back to the drawing board, engage the present government of Grenada, probably write to them seeking permission to erect a portable bathroom and toilet facility, or he could make it into a decent. You build it properly, but not out of concrete, because when the lease is up, it is difficult to move concrete. It's expensive to move because you have to bring in excavators, you have to bring in trucks, you may have to bring in jackhammers, you have a number of different equipment you have to bring, and everything comes with a cost. And the next problem could be that cost could fall back on the state, as it is done this morning,
Right.
because the gentleman ain't paying the excavator there, he ain't paying the trucks that have to move the material, and it's his investment, but the state have to come back and find themselves accountable for paying to remove it. So it's something that he may have to reconsider, redesign, reapply, get the adequate permission that is necessary for that type of development, and yeah, he could move forward. It's not the end of anybody's life. It's probably just a new chapter in his life, and it teaches us a lesson too, as Grenadians. Law is there to be followed. If you don't know, there are lawyers here. They may charge you a little bit of money. They may charge you 1,000. They may charge you 2,000. But at least if he paid his lawyer $2,000 when he started this project, he'd have saved $80,000 today.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, guys, listen, I'm not making excuses for the gentleman. I'm not saying that he's right to do that. I'm just showing some what ifs and what next kind of situation. But I clearly understand that if approval or proper approval is not given, and we all know that that proper approval cannot come in terms of word of mouth unless there is some solid, concrete, solid, concrete, hard information on paper, then it's like toilet paper. It's worth nothing at this point in time. No word of mouth. So he's saying that the past government gave him that to construct. There is no physical evidence to prove that. If that is the case, then he basically don't have a case. He don't. I mean, the physical planning did what they have to do. Do you know if there are other areas that physical planning is looking at in terms of illegal structures that have been erected and they're trying to remedy that situation, or is it that they're just looking at the Grand Anse Beach area? What's your view on what's happening there?
I know there were some conversations in relation to those vendors on the Port Authority Highway, but that area is a more ticklish kind of sensitive area because what happens there, most of the individuals that is where they get their entire livelihood from. So to remove them totally, I'm not sure if they had documentation as permits from the previous administration or previous administrations, but the length of tenure too is another issue. Because I remember when the conversation started, there was some resistance from the individuals claiming that that is the only source of income and so and so and so. So as a caring government, you would kind of understand where you're coming from and look for an alternative place to have them host, because on the conversation was that members of government met with them and indicated that they were intending to have an erected place for that is a better use for them. So I'm not too sure how far the dialogue has gone, but illegal setup can only lead to illegal things, and that is the baseline. That is the bottom line. Every community where you see illegal shops set up, bet your bottom dollar there's a lot of illegal activities going on there. It's like a breeding ground for wrong things. So even if you look at the same area where the gentleman got demolished this morning, the area has some negative vibes to it. It represents segments of the Grenadian culture, not the favorable segments, but it represents some semblance of the negative segments of our society.
Right.
So negative and illegal setup always carry, in almost all instances, carry negative activities around it.
Right. I know you're not speaking directly for because you're not you're not employed with the planning the PDA.
No, by no
Um,
means, no.
right. Someone is saying here that's for excuse. It's the same thing as this man. How do we know that this man that's not his only source of income? How do we
Yeah,
know?
I'm playing devil's advocate. I understand the severe. It is same thing to me, you know.
Right.
But the problem with it, on the beach is one individual. On the highway is about 20 individuals. So disrupting one individual life might be easier to sell than disrupting the life of 20 different individuals. So it's just my own thinking here. That is probably why it's not dealt with in a similar fashion.
Right, right, right. Guys, we're chatting here. It's what's pissing you off, and we're talking about the first instance of things here, the demolition of a structure, concrete structure on the Grand Anse Beach area. We just played the clip earlier, and we're responding to it. If you guys want to chime in, the number that you could call in is 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. I want to shift in second gear, right? Because there were talk on social media this week in regards to the loan authorization that was mentioned during a press conference by the Minister of Finance, right? So he basically said that to finance the 2025 budget, government they would seek to get authorization for over $725 million to finance it. Now, there was a lot of concern and pushback on that. One of the pushback and mention was the opposition leader, Dr. Keith Mitchell, who said that seeking to borrow the $725 million to fund development project will essentially would increase or increase the GDP to increase a major jump overnight. What's your take on the loan authorization? Before I play the clip from the Minister of Finance, what's your take on the loan authorization of the $725 million to finance this year budget?
I believe that is a brilliant decision. And you see, you have to make it make sense to you as a homeowner, as an individual. Let us take, for example, you have in your bank account probably $10,000. You need to purchase something that is worth $30,000. Would you take your $10,000 and seek to get $20,000 and remain broke and have the item? Or would you leave the $10,000, take the $30,000, have $10,000 as savings, and pay off the $30,000 and go? Which would you prefer to do?
Right. True. True.
Yeah.
Well,
So
see,
as a country, you
yeah.
have your consolidated fund, you have your income, you have your revenue, you have your money sitting. If the loan is available and application is not necessarily getting the loan or taking the loan, they may not qualify. And if they do not meet the requirements to qualify for the loan, they wouldn't get the loan. So basically, what the document is saying, if we qualify for the loan, is because we could afford to pay off the loan and leave what we have here sitting for in case of an emergency. It is simple economics. But what is being said by the former opposition, well, I don't know what to call him again, the former prime minister, he is trying to create this scare, as usual, that that would bankrupt the country and then the GDP would, the thing would create in panic. Nothing like that. If you does not qualify for the loan, because the bank can go just say, a man apply for a loan, I'll give him a loan, They will do the checks and balances. They will look at your systems. They will look at your ability to repay. And that is the number one criteria to acquire a loan. Your ability to repay.
Yeah.
So if we qualify for the loan, if we could pay according to the institutions, why not? Leave your money there for in case we're in the hurricane belt. Next 8 months, you could get 2 more hurricanes. And then finding a loan at that time will be more difficult. If you have funds sitting in an emergency fund that you could use, go ahead, because I read about the CBI is putting 10% a month into a security fund, and that is how you build wealth. So over 10 months, yeah, well, let's say 12 months, 10 months, 10 months, you have the entire amount for 1 month intake in your coffers. It's simple. So you don't spend everything you have, you take loans if it's available, and you grow your wealth, you build your wealth. You do what you got to do.
Yeah. So earlier we had a conversation with the Minister of Finance, and this is how he summarized it. This is Mr. Dennis Cornwall on audio.
One authorization bill allows the government to borrow money if needs be to finance the capital budget. So, in other words, you can get the authorization. It doesn't necessarily mean that you go and borrow exactly the amounts that the parliament approves for your borrowing for the finance of the capital budget. It's a facility that allows you to borrow if needs be. It doesn't necessarily mean that you basically will borrow that amount of money. But you can go and borrow up to that amount if needs be. So nothing is wrong in basically allowing yourself as a government that window to borrow the money if you require it.
Right. Is it in the past loan authorization or loans that have been authorized through the budget in the past have all the allocation been spent? Like for instance, in last budget, what was the loan authorization and what percentage of that loan
I
authorization?
think last budget was somewhere in the region of 300 million plus.
Right, that was authorized, and how much was that authorization was actually used?
Well, in my recollection, I know we had $100 million borrowed. So, for example, 100 million in the US is about 2.7, 270 million, sorry, EC dollars. I don't know if you recall that we had borrowed that money from the Saudi Development Fund, $100 million. I don't think we had any other additional loans except the rollover of the treasury bills that we are accustomed having. So that formed part of it also.
Okay. So you're saying that the loan authorization is quite normal, very normal in every budget allocation period.
A normal feature of the budget. It happens every year. It happens under any administration. It's not an NDC thing. It's not an NNP thing. It happens every year. Government prepares a budget and basically presents it to the nation.
Right.
So whether or not NDC in office or whether or not an NNP government in office, they have to basically get approval from the parliament before they borrow any monies on a yearly basis.
What do you say to the former prime minister saying that he believed that seeking borrowing up to $725 million to fund development projects in 2025 will increase the GDP ratio, and it would jump so excessively overnight? How do you respond
Let
to
me
that?
tell you something. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And do not let anybody tell you that seeking authorization is going to increase the debt. In fact, let me tell you, since the NDC administration came into office, the only money that we have actually gone out there and borrowed is $100 million US dollars. Of this amount, not one penny has been disbursed. In other words, we acquire an administration debt of $2.7 billion under the NNP. You with me?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what is outstanding there, except what we have paid off during that period. We have not incurred any new debts. We have not disbursed any new debt under the NDC administration. Even if we actually went out there and sought a loan for $100 million from the Saudi Development Fund. None of that has been disbursed. So we have not added any penny to that debt outstanding. We met a debt of $2.7 billion under the NNP government, and that's where the debt figure is around.
Okay. Any further clarification you want to make on the borrowing of the 725 million, loan authorization to borrow?
Again, the authorization bill relates to the 700 plus billion that we're talking about. Is not that you're going out there and borrow the money. It allows you up to that limit to borrow if you need be. So even if we get it approved in Parliament on the 7th, it doesn't mean that we have borrowed any money. All it says, the government went to Parliament and seek authorization to borrow up to the 700 million plus. That's all it tells you. It doesn't tell you that you disbursed this money or you went and take those monies.
Okay. All right. So that was a audio clipping from the Minister of Finance, Dennis Cornwall. Earlier, we had a conversation. He's currently out of state, and we couldn't pull him in on video, so he decided to give me an audio clipping. Django, your thoughts?
Well, that is even clearer than crystal, because the term authorization in the bill, it gives the permission, and you hear the words that he said, if needs be. If needs be. So if there's a shortfall in revenue and there's some sort of calamity that you may encounter, then you could tap into that without having to go back to the parliament and ask for it. You see? So what these other guys are really doing is try to create scare and panic in the nation and talk about the liver treasury fat and how they broke Saturday and it's been nothing like that. Nothing like that. Yeah, so thanks for the clarity from Senator Minister Cornwall, because it's important. And we have to be able to granulate the conversation, break it down into bite-sized chunks so the public can go with it and understand it clearly. You understand? As media now, we have to kind of break it down a little bit, because the average man, when you listen to the talk, is like, they want to take 750, as if the money reaching in the government pocket already, and it disappear. They take $750 million. And you see, it's dishonest too. It's misleading. And it's a kind of nasty type of game and nasty type of politics to prey on the unsuspecting and have them believe what is not the truth. And these guys know exactly what it is they're doing. They know exactly what is happening, you know. He could simply say that, okay, why ask for authorization for 750? Well, probably we would recommend 500 million. They could do that. But they wouldn't say that they did it in the past. They wouldn't say what it is about, but just leave that big cloud over the people here and have them in a kind of mission that NDC taking us that money.
Yeah. Someone was telling me probably Cornwall should not have mentioned that at that press conference without clarification, because out there without clarification, it left so much window of speculation and people to put all kind of thing inside of there. Oh, they came in with a fat treasury and now they broke.
But you see, I believe he took it for granted that it's an annual practice. So the person that was, and you see, our next thing we have to Junior, another issue that we have, a lot of people that support the new National Party used to go to the Parliament of Grenada and hear what was being said without understanding what was being said. I remember one time I was listening to a presentation by former Mitchell. He was the finance minister. And the camera crew was asking a lady, asking the patrons, how was the budget? And it was good, it was good, it was good. What they talk about? A lot of thing, a lot of thing, a lot of thing. They don't hear a word. You know? So that told me many years ago that these people, they hear a lot of things. But to unravel what was said, they don't have a clue. They don't have a clue because they only come here to probably listen, not only even to listen. What was done in the past, when the budget was being presented, whosoever it was the presenter, they would mobilize their supporters to come to make the gallery look like it had a lot of people, but they were not paying attention to the conversation that was taking place in the parliament. And that is another thing. We should invite every parliament sitting on every budget presentation. All school children should participate. Even if you have to bring it in the schools, let the school have a monitor in the hall and let the children listen and let the teachers know, break it down for them the following day.
Yeah.
So these kids could go home and educate their parents, because you see, a lot of people don't have a clue what's happening in the country. You know? They're only waiting for a rum shop gossip and rum shop talk, and they believe now, based on who they hate from, if it's an influential person or an opinion leader, they go back with it as if it's a gospel. So when my friend Michael Batista and them, I'll call him out tonight, when they go in rum shop and they're talking all kind of stupid talk around people that is not academically inclined, or they may think, they believe that Batista was a former member of parliament, the man know what he's saying, and they run with it as if it's the truth, and he's misleading them. So we have to start to educate the population about national issues. That should be part of the curriculum, even if it's not part of the examination aspect. But the young generation and children should be aware of the GDP and the national debt. Look, I just, as an adult, understand that the national debt is over 2 billion still.
Yeah.
The average Grenadian doesn't have a clue because we don't know. They ain't even telling us. We didn't even know in the past. We had so many questions in the past. 2 point something. We ensure 1.5. Come clean with us, man.
Yeah, he said that it's over 2 point something billion. But you see,
Yeah.
that is a part of the problem here, right? Because I know from my media platform perspective, a lot of times we have press conference, we have budget presentation, and people don't have time to watch the presentation. So they rely on talking heads, on media, personalities, vloggers, to kind of sum it up and give them a truncated version of it and just give it to them. So people just like to get spoon-fed information, right? So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes possibly it could have been like Judy, and I saw JDO mention it earlier. It should be explained to the nation as it's a line of credit. It's a line of credit, right?
Better term.
Yeah.
Better term.
It's like we are not taking. We don't have this money in our coffers. We have not yet, seek or we have not yet received the money in our coffers. It's basically saying that we if need be, then we will we at least have allocation for $725 million. But we have not yet gotten that yet. It might be $200 million. It might end up being $300 million. But they have a cap of $7.25 million as what the max that the allocation. And then the purpose of the allocation. I'm hearing that they starting the building of the teaching hospital. That's a great initiative. I mean, that's gonna benefit us way down, down the road. Because look at SGU and what SGU is able to do as a single university, and how much it represents as a portion of the GDP, how much it contributed to the GDP. If we have a teaching hospital where people are staying longer, that might even double.
No, but I want to correct you there. You say it would benefit us way down the road. Yeah. It would benefit us immediately because the construction phase is going to see about maybe 4,000 people benefiting from that one project. So the benefit is going to be ongoing from the onset of the project. From the time you break the ground, is an excavator man to come and cut on it. He have truckmen, he have operators, he have people with little shops. Everybody will benefit. So the country is moving in the right direction. And the truth is, I expect those in opposition to feel away and to say things, because they could not have even understand the direction that this organization is going and the government is going. They thought a group of young men that had no political experience or experience in government would have been able to go so far, so fast. You see, I look back at my community, Junior, and I could tell you the only project that was done in the town of Grenville and its environs that is of any substance is the Grenville Fish Market under the New National Party. The only project is the Grenville Fish Market. And the viewers and audience can submit any project in St. Andrew or in Grenville in particular that was done from 1995 to 2008 and from 2013 to 2022 that the NNP did. So this teaching hospital concept is out of the world for these guys. They could never imagine, well, what the hell? How I did so long I can't figure it out. How these men just come, them men have no experience. Some of them men never even worked in an establishment before. Some of the ministers of government, their first job is as a minister. So to these guys' mind, to the NNP's mind, it's like, how the hell these people could achieve these things? You understand? So that have them one night, so they would say and do and try to get back, but they ain't gonna have no power for holiday again. Keep all yourself for holiday, relax.
Yeah. Guys, 717-015-720 is what's pissing you off. And we spoke about the situation on Grand Anse Beach, and we dive a little bit into the loan allocation and the talk of the allocation and what people are saying. So guys, this is your opportunity to chime in. We have a dead stop at 8 o'clock because my friend here is on location and he have to go and make a presentation. So we ain't gonna keep him over time. So we're gonna open up the phone line, guys. We have a dead stop at the top of the hour. So you have 8 minutes to call 718-701-5720. We will take the call when we get right back. You're watching Ridealong Live. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Every time I pass, you're teasing me. Every time I pass.
The Grenada National Folk Group, in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture, proudly presents Iconic Moves and Melodies.
Yes, man!
Iconic Moves and Melodies. A heartfelt tribute to the legendary Miss Shirley Robinson. Mark your calendar. Saturday, March 1st, 2025 at the Grenada Trade Center, starting at 5 p.m. Immerse yourself in an evening of vibrant folk songs, classical songs, Negro spirituals, patriotic songs, captivating poetry, and mesmerizing dance performances as we honor Miss Shirley Robinson, a true pioneer of Grenada's cultural heritage. You'll also get the chance to have a meet and greet with Miss Shirley Robinson. Tickets are just $50 for adults and $25 for children. Iconic Moves and Melodies, a celebration you don't want to miss. Join us Saturday, March 1st at the Grenada Trade Center. Let's honor the legacy, celebrate the culture, and make it a night to remember.
Yes, guys, let's make it a night to remember. Please check that out. For more information, you can always go back to our Ridealong page, and we have all that where you could purchase. I believe they have a pay-per-view link or something like that. But all information is on the page. We encourage you guys to check that out. What else? Django? Is there anything else that we need to touch on?
I wish we could have spent some more time dealing with physical planning and because as we spoke today, I just, in my head, I started to run back some of the ideas and things that I find the physical planning should pay attention to, together with the Ministry of Finance. But I'm not sure if we have enough time to delve
Yeah,
into
well,
it.
we have a good 6 minutes or so. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think no, and that go ruffle a little bit of feathers again, but it is important in my view. I think now we should recategorize the taxing or the taxation system. And I'm saying that to say, you see, properties that are in direct boundary with the main roads, I think they should fall under a different tax classification for a number of reasons, and I will tell you a few of them. Especially those that have walls and those that have big trees. I believe the owner of these properties should pay a higher or be entered into a higher tax bracket. Because let me tell you why. When a wall fall in the road, based on the construction or based on the amount of rainfall or whatever it is that happens, it costs the homeowner basically nothing in most instances to clean it up. It costs the state to remove it. When a large tree is on a property that's adjacent to the main road, falls during a hurricane or heavy rainfall, it costs the homeowner nothing, but it costs all of us to fix and pick up that tree, cut it up and move it. So I believe once you own property that is close or in boundary with any main road in Grenada, your tax payment or your tax bracket should be higher than the gentleman that has land somewhere, probably in the bush, in the back of the land or somewhere, that ain't have the same threat to the movability of the people. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wish the physical planning and the Ministry of Finance could come together and get that sorted out, because every rain that fall on the roadblock, I remember that last thing we had with the weather we had a couple of months ago in St. David's area there. And you look at all the banks falling in the road, the owner of the property is right there. They men spending $1 to clean it up. You know? It's their property at the end of the day. It's their land. But the state has to pay. So if you tax these individuals with property that is right on the road a little bit more, they may take some pride because they will clean it up, or if they don't clean it up or they don't fix it, then we have that intake that we could put back there, because the economy tight. Government, we don't manufacture nothing here. We don't really make no sort of money here. So you have to try to capitalize and see areas where you could afford to hold a little bit more to be able to fix the problems that is inevitable. So that is one of the things that I want to see so bad, especially for the widening of the roads too. So if you have that tax bracket, some folks might decide, you know, may I want to see closer to now, we gotta pay more for that. And you build your place a little bit further away, because the vehicles that's coming in last week, I understand 400 plus came in. Where they go in, where they go past. We need to widen the roads on the nation. We need to have wider roads. We need to have at least 2 more lanes. And it is almost because you have whole house in the road, you have church in the road, you have supermarket in the road, you have shop around corner, all kind of crazy things that we allow to happen. How do we fix those problems? How much is it going to cost us to fix those problems? Who is going to pay to fix those problems?
Is it that physical planning, being a statutory body now, PDA, have more teeth to
Yes, they do.
do things?
Yes, they do. But you see, the problem with it, they're still limited by the design of our system. Because harsh decisions, if taken by the authority, may result in negative political backlash.
Right.
You understand? So the hands may be tied. The society is a small society, but I believe they could start probably by having an educational drive where you let the public know that, listen to me, every square foot of land that is belonging to the state belongs to the state. There are legal things you could do if you want to purchase, if you want to acquire, but there are rules and regulations. No construction within 20 feet on either side of the main road. So we could plan for the future. Our children are getting big. They're going to have different requirements and they may never be able to widen the road. So we may have to invest in probably constructing new roads on the outskirts of the country, which is going to cost us hundreds of millions, if not billions, that we could have solved now as we are in our present state.
Yeah.
So it's a challenge we have to fight. But I really believe that the taxing may just deter people from building closest to the road. Step back 20 feet, step back 30 feet. If the lot of land is probably 1,000 square feet that you got and it's close to the road, you only own 200 square feet. The first 800 square feet belongs to the state.
So what about the people who are already there?
Well, what could happen? In some instances, some of these houses may become abandoned eventually. Some of them may become abandoned, and then because you have to start somewhere, you must start somewhere. If you don't start today, you may have to start 10 years from now. So if you start now, you may deter some of the houses that are going to be built in the next 10-year period. So I think it's something that we could consider have the authority stamp the authority and make sure that construction on the edge of every road is illegal. Step it back because we have to widen the roads eventually. And that's how you build a society. You can't have a society helter skelter man building thing on the side of the road. This wall, this house, the road have a bottleneck here over the white. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Django, listen, I think we ought to have a next conversation, a part 2 next week, maybe.
Anytime ready. Just call, man.
Talk on that. So you're getting ready to present.
I'm running it.
All of your time. We appreciate you taking that call, my brother.
No problem, man. Anytime.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Take care, man. Bless.
Yeah, guys. So it's what's pissing you off on a Tuesday. I want to thank Ian Django Thomas for his time, for jumping on. And when we do what's pissing you off, we extend that to everyone, right? We extend that to the opposition members as well. If they want to come on and talk about things that's pissing them off or give us some information, we also have that time slot available as well. All right. I want to show you guys something before we take a quick break. This is today. We just launched something brand new. Well, it's not brand new. You guys know about it already, but let's see if I can load this video up, boy. So I can load this video up. It's one of our newest. Where's the video? I don't know. It went. I'm trying to get it on, but it's not going on. Let me try this. Hold on. This might help. Nah. Anyway, something new that we launched. I wanted to show you guys, but it's not oh, hold on. Gotta show you guys this. Because I'm so proud of it. I am so proud of it. I'm like a proud father. Got it? Okay, here we go. All right, guys. So here we go. So we just launched today. We just launched our white called Pure Spice Tuk Tuk, right? And I am so proud. You know, like when you have a brand new baby. This is my brand new baby. This is the brand new white Pure Spice Tuk Tuk. I don't know if you guys saw me around town today with it. I love it. Yes. 218. We call it Pure Spice. Oh, you see it? Yeah, Pure Spice. Yeah, somebody saw me driving it in town today. Like, Junior, what are you doing? I was taking some people on a ride along, right? I was taking them on a physical ride along before we went on the ride along. So this is my new baby. This is Pure Spice White Tuk Tuk. Yes. Pure Spice. As pure as Pure Spice. Guys, if you want a book to have your own ride along, your own ride along. You have a few friends and you want to have your own little getting around, you could book a ride from Ride Excursions and Tours. We provide the fun, the excitement, the drinks, the tuk-tuk, everything. All you got to do is just bring your friends and we take care of the rest. Okay? Yes. And if you guys like the white, we also have the red. Let me show you guys know what the red look like. This is the red. Yes, this is the red. This is a nutmeg spice. And of course, you guys know about the Grenada ones, right? Yes. So if you want to book your own tuk-tuk experience, it's a whole different thing, you know. It's a whole different level. It just takes going out to a whole new level. You get your friends and say, you know what, I want to take you guys on a tuk-tuk experience. You could book your tuk-tuk tour any day of the week. Just give us a call and we'll hook you up. Right? Exactly, precisely. We'll be right back.
Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians. From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Every time I pass, you're teasing me. Every time I pass.
The Grenada National Folk Group, in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture, proudly presents Iconic Moves and Melodies. Yes, man! Iconic Moves and Melodies. A heartfelt tribute to the legendary Miss Shirley Robinson. Mark your calendar. Saturday, March 1st, 2025 at the Grenada Trade Center, starting at 5 p.m. Immerse yourself in an evening of vibrant folk songs, classical songs, Negro spirituals, patriotic songs, captivating poetry, and mesmerizing dance performances as we honor Miss Shirley Robinson, a true pioneer of Grenada's cultural heritage. You'll also get the chance to have a meet and greet with Miss Shirley Robinson. Tickets are just $50 for adults and $25 for children. Iconic Moves and Melodies, a celebration you don't want to miss. Join us Saturday, March 1st at the Grenada Trade Center. Let's honor the legacy, celebrate the culture, and make it a night to
Guys, someone met me today in town and they asked me, they said, Junior, how do you do it? Right? How do you do it? Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm here in Grenada and I have recently set up an excursion and tour company, right? I didn't do it by myself. I got a lot of help. I have a wonderful staff. I have a great team of people who are hardworking and dedicated to what they're doing. So put that out there first. So the person asked me, how do you do it, man? And then you come here and ride along and you do a show. Your show is world renowned. It's millions of people watch it. And you always come with fresh concepts. Your program is never falling off, or your program is always on point. And I'm happy for that. But it seems like everything that you is like you are putting things in place and everything is just flourishing. No, I had to stop the person and say, listen, it's not all hunky-dory, right? It is hard work. And if I could do this and set this ride thing up and have these tuk-tuks out and bikes on the road and bikes on the water, if I feel like if I could do it, anybody could do it. And for me, it's not difficult because it's all one thought. It's all one idea. It's just ride along. And everything that encompasses ride along is under this umbrella. So I say this to say, to encourage the next person who have a vision and you see that you have an idea to do something. You might reach a point where you might think it's too hard. It might be very difficult, and you might not get the support from people that you thought that may support you. Don't give up. And the minute time you think about giving up, just think about the other what if, because there's always a what if you fail, right? What if you fail, but you fail to look at the other what if? What if you succeed, right? So just take failure out of your mind, and whatever you decide to pursue, whether it's a business venture, something, a personal venture for your own self, for your family, whatever, don't give up. Full steam ahead. Don't stop. Don't get deterred. Don't listen to people and the naysayers. Stop taking advice from people who have never done it, because they will basically tell you, I've never done it, so it cannot be done. I don't believe it will be done. Those are the naysayers. So I encourage the person, and as I'm encouraging you as well, don't give up. Keep pushing ahead. And whatever your dreams and aspirations are, it could be a successful reality. All right? Yes. That being said, I want to thank and big up all my staff here in Grenada. You guys are so amazing. I'd like to big up my senior executive producer, Ridealong Live, Lynn. I cannot do this without her. Thank you so much, Lynn. And I'm a miserable person, but Lynn somehow able to keep up with my madness and my craziness. Thanks to Mr. Kirk Sitahal. He hosts one of the top morning show in the whole entire Caribbean, right here on the platform. He's on Tuesday and on Friday. Big up yourself, Mr. Kirk Sitahal. Big up to the folks in Canada, our team in Canada. Gail, how you doing? Kibbs, or they're in London. We are far and wide, and I want to just say thank you to you, the riders, you, the viewers, you, the people who come out here and share the program. I thank you and appreciate you. We could not have done this without you. Now, tomorrow, I will be in another place, and I will be coming from a different background, right? And I might be in your neck of the woods next. But we urge you guys to continue to support the brand, continue to support our ventures. I know that you see our vision as well. Continue to support that. And we promise we will always be here to give back to our community, right? Wherever next we land. All right? Thanks again, guys. Catch you guys again tomorrow. Ridealong Live. Good night.
Are you looking to take your business or event to the next level? Advertise on Ridealong Live and reach over 10 million viewers worldwide every month. With a global audience tuning in for the latest news, entertainment, and culture, your message will get the exposure it deserves. Don't miss the opportunity to showcase your brand to a diverse and engaged audience. Ridealong Live, where the world watches and your business grows.
Ride along live, worldwide. Feel the beat, feel the vibe. Amazing host leading the ride. Power to the people, we shine. Giving fans what they need. Caribbean spirit, let's succeed. Every show with a good deed. Together we plant the seed. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong.